Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome back to more Senran Kagura Shinovi verses. We're going to be wrapping up Chapter 4 of Crimson Squad. Bye. We have a story chapter to do. A Renegade's Life. This lifestyle's tougher than I thought, but I've got my pride.
Homura-chan, 抜け人の生活はどう？辛くない？辛くないといえば嘘になるな。アスカこそどうなんだ？忍びの道を行くことに迷いはないか？うん、迷いはないと思う。そうだな。半蔵学院にいるうちは悩みなどないだろうさ。そんなことないよ。私だって悩みの一つや二つくらいあるもん。ほう、ぬくぬくと学院に守られていながら悩むか。学院にいるからこそ悩むんだよ。普通学科の子たちが楽しく遊んでたり部活に汗を流したりするのを見ると、ああいう生き方もあったのかなって。ホムラちゃんはいいよね。何の迷いもなく忍びの道を進んでるんだから。バカを言うな。私にだって迷うことはある。忍びとして生きることに迷いはなくても、抜け人という立場がそれを困難にさせる。なかなか自分の思うようにはいかないものだ、生きるということは。ホムラちゃん。
The mood seems to be getting a bit awkward between Asuka and I when, all of a sudden, a boisterous, nostalgic laugh erupts from behind me. I turn around to see Hanzo standing there, carrying a large wooden rice box on his shoulders.
Hanzo?
Homura, 久しぶりじゃの。
じっちゃん、どうした？
どうしたもこしたもあるか。わしが現れたということは当然寿司の出張サービスじゃ。
Hanzo laughs and unfolds a blue tarp. On top of it, he places the rice box and opens it. Warm steam dances out from inside, and a delicious vinegary aroma immediately tickles my senses.
なんだ、ここで食べるのか？
冬空の下で寿司パーティーもおつなものじゃ。
Hanzo begins rolling sushi from the raw ingredients in the box.
なんですの？お？寿司パーティーか？いやー、お寿司じゃないの。
The aroma of the sushi brings all the girls over in a flash.
さあ遠慮はいらんぞ。ホッキに石ガレイ、クロマグロ、さよりに氷見の寒ブリ、取り立て新鮮なものばかりじゃ。
Everybody sits down on the tarp and Hanzo lays out the full mouth-watering spread.
こんなに立派な食べ物、久しぶり。
Glancing over at Mirai, I notice that she has tears welling in her eyes and a roll of sushi in each hand.
泣くほど喜んでもらえるとは光栄じゃ。さあみんなじゃんじゃん食べてくれ。
I start with the tuna and reach for the flounder before I'm even done chewing. It's exquisite. Was sushi always this amazing? The light texture and the strength of the vinegar really gets my blood flowing. I can feel its warmth emanating from inside me as I take yet another roll.
ああ、そうじゃ。
Hanzo slaps his forehead in a somewhat exaggerated manner as he says this.
正門のところに荷物があるんじゃ。結構重いものじゃから一人では持てんかもしれん。ホムラ、手伝ってくれんかの。
ね
This sudden request from Hanzo seems awfully suspicious, but he is feeding us all this great sushi. I see no reason I can't carry a package or two for him as a show of thanks. On our way to the main gate, Hanzo breaks the silence with a question.
つらいじゃろ。
I study Hanzo's face. Somehow it feels as if he can see right through me.
抜け人の現実を思い知ったというところか。
I'm speechless. He's not wrong. When you're a renegade, you don't have anyone to report to. You can just live freely as a shinobi. But that's only at first. That near euphoric feeling of independence doesn't last long. Honestly, I'm not even sure we should still be called shinobi when we make our living off of part-time jobs. And on top of that, people who drop out of shinobi schools will never get actual shinobi jobs. Not to mention the constant change of venue. Hideouts generally last a few months before they're compromised, but depending on the location, they may have to be abandoned after only a few days. Former comrades will hunt you down, and you'll eventually be forced to fight. A peaceful life of freedom is nothing but a dream within a dream. If you really want to do a shinobi's work as a renegade, you'll have to stain your hands with blood by accepting the lowest, shadiest tasks imaginable from the darkest depths of society. And the worst part is, the reward for that kind of dirty work is exponentially higher than what you'll get from a few months' worth of part-time job salaries. So your options are to struggle from day to day, or do horrible things for a huge payout. But maybe you just have to bite the bullet and set your morals aside in order to feel like a real shinobi again, right? No. It's not that easy. There's no honor in that kind of lifestyle. I killed Dogen and chose to leave Habijo in order to protect my honor. I sacrificed a lot for it, and I want to continue living with that honor. If I can manage that, I know I'll be able to fight with everything I've got.
ほれ、こいつじゃ。
There's an absolutely enormous pot standing unattended at the main gate. Or scratch that, it's more like a drum can, filled to the brim with fish stew. He brought this here on his own? Pretty impressive for an old man. Hanzo and I each grab a handle, and together we lift it off the ground. It's so heavy it feels like my arm is about to be ripped from its socket. It has to be a good 650 pounds at least.
これぐらい軽々と持てぬた。これからの戦いを生き抜けんぞ。
I respond cynically to Hanzo's words.
これからの戦い？とりあえず決まっているのは新しいバイトを探すぐらいだ。
Almost instantly, Hanzo answers my snarky statement with a deep sigh.
やれやれじゃのう。ホムラ、オロチは見たのじゃろ。
見ただけじゃない。 オロチには散々な目に遭わされた。
My memories of the incident at Hibijo Castle are still hauntingly vivid. Everything was planned by Dogen. We were all meticulously groomed with the end goal of reviving Orochi.
ではオロチとは何じゃ。
ヨーマという化け物だと聞いたが。
ではヨーマとは何じゃ。
Good point. Try as I might, I can't answer that. I've never seriously given any real thought as to what a Yoma is, beyond just a demonic entity.
本来は忍び学校を卒業した者にしか話してはならんことじゃが。ま、抜け人ならば問題なかろう。
All at once, Hanzo's face takes on a more grave expression. He begins to explain the concept of Yoma to me in great detail.
忍び同士の戦いから生まれた海のような存在。それがヨーマじゃ。
Evidently, all large-scale calamities suffered throughout the world today originate from an ancient yet still living Yoma known as Shin. It's the heart, the soul. As long as the ancient Yoma remains undefeated, major disasters will forever continue to plague the population. These disasters will mount and intensify over time, claiming countless victims every step of the way.
しかし、古のヨーマ真を倒すためには、奴を現代に引きずり出さねばならん。
And the only way to do that is with the shinobi barrier. Blood spilled within it is the most effective bait to lure Yoma out from hiding.
古のヨーマ真を引きずり出し、奴をこの現代にて滅ぼす。それこそが忍びが現代に存在している本当の理由なのじゃ。
I don't entirely comprehend Hanzo's words, but the more I listen to them, the more my blood starts to boil.
忍びを育成しているのも、善人と悪人の戦いも、すべては古のヨーマを倒し、この世界を厄災から救うため。
その通り。そして最前線でヨーマと戦う忍び集団をカグラと呼ぶ。
カグラ。
カグラの称号を得るには善人も悪人も関係ない。無論抜け人であっても構わない。必要なのは最強の強さのみ。
With that said, Hanzo once again begins staring intently at my face, as if studying it for signs of my reaction.
ホムラ、カグラを目指せ。
Like a ray of sunlight piercing through the clouds, my concerns instantly dissipate. My path, no, our path, is not that of evil shinobi or renegades, but Kagura. That is the destiny which awaits Homura's Crimson Squad. The pot in my hand feels weightless to me now as a newfound strength wells up from within my very soul.
しかしホムラよ、カグラへの道は波の険しさではないぞ。お前にたどり着けるかな。
He already knows my answer. His smile says as much.
愚問だ。私も仲間たちも必ずカグラになってみせる。
I return his fearless, boundless smile.
ほら、あら汁を持ってきたぞ。
あら汁だ。美味しそう。
待て、ひばり。このあら汁かなり熱いと見た。俺がフーフーしてやろう。
ありがとう、柳生ちゃん。あら汁もいいけど、ホムラちゃん、さっきの続き。
続き？
ほら、抜け人としての迷いがあるとかないとか。
ああ、私ならもう大丈夫だ。アスカ、お前は迷い続けるがいい。
あ、ずるい。一人だけすっきりして。ちっちゃんに何か言われたんでしょ。私にも教えてよ。
簡単には教えられない。アスカにも強くなってもらわないといけないからな。
なんでそんなに上から目線かな。私だって毎日修行して強くなってるもん。
では、お互いの信念が揺らいでいないか戦って証明するとしよう。そうすれば半蔵が私に教えてくれたことも理解できるはず。
望むところだよ。
And so the match is struck, and Homura's Crimson Squad now has a goal.
ホムラ、舞順次よ。
アスカ、舞い忍びます。
いざ、グレンのごとく舞い散れ。
ここだよー。やったー。
よし、来たぜ。
いきますよ。
よし、来たぜ。
いきますよ。ここだよー。足元がふらつく。
よし、来たぜ。よし、来たぜ。
いきますよ。足元がふらつく。いきますよ。
Stop hashing out that same move, Asuka. That's seriously annoying.
忍び、転身。
忍び転身。
りゃあ、秘伝忍法行くぞ。しゃあ、逃がすか。
I didn't know it was possible to get healing from that.
とっておき。やっ、とっておき。やっほー。やっ、これで決まり。やっやっ、とっておき。甘いよ。
来やがったぜ。
きたきたー。秘伝忍法。はあ、半蔵流乱れ咲き。
Oh! I still got caught.
技あり、悠々。
甘いよ。
できるな。来やがった。秘伝忍法。負けるわけにはいかないんだ。
やられた。
技あり。
まだま まだいける。やるね。ドリャーや
薄っぺらいんだよ。
甘いよ。まだまだいける。まだまだいける。これで決まり。こっちだよ。やっほー。今だ。やるね。まだまだいける。やられた。やっほー。
決着。
Is that all you've got?
こんなの楽勝すぎる。どうやら信念はブレていないようだな。
ホムラちゃんもね。
だがお互いに迷うことがあるのも事実。それは受け入れねばならないということだ。
そっか、そういうことか。それでも進むしかないもんね。他でもない、自分で決めた道なんだから。
ああ、そうだな。私たちの悩みは忍びとして強くなれば解決することだ。これからも互いの信じる道を突き進もう。
やっぱり戦うと気持ちがすっきりしていいね。ありがとね、ホムラちゃん。
礼などいらん。私もすっきりしたからな。
誰？
これはつむじからの密書か。何？
どうしたの？
道元が本格的に動き出したらしい。
道元？
ああ、蛇女の出資者だ。道元は学園祭という名目で戦争を始めるつもりらしい。蛇女の生徒たちはその準備を本格的に始めたと書かれている。忍び同士の戦争。そうか。そしてあいつはヨーマンを。これはもう放っておくわけにはいかん。
ホムラちゃん、蛇女に乗り込むのね。
ああ、蛇女は私たちの大切な母校だからな。
気をつけてね。
あ、また会おう、アスカ。調子はいいみたいだな。
Not really. Not as good as Mirai, though.
鍛え上げた力と技こそが支えだ。新しい技だ。新しい技だ。
おかえりなさい。おかえり。おかえりなさい。
Alright, let's get the Chapter 5 dialogue out of the way. Mirai? Dogen. He made Homura suffer. He even sacrificed Hibiju itself to revive a monster. He's gone way too far. I'm gonna kick his ass for sure. Haruka? We'll have to do for Hibija what they can't do for themselves. It's our distance from Hibija that gives us the proper perspective. Only we can see what they've become. It's time to show our pride as renegades. Yummy? Do you feel uncomfortable fighting against our own school? It has to be done, though. We all have our roots in Hibija. Its pride is our pride. We have to show them that. Hikage? Not having feelings gets me in trouble sometimes, but maybe now I ought to be thankful for it. I mean, it can't feel good to fight against our old comrades. So leave it to me. Put me on the front line. Because I don't feel anything, you know?
どれにするんだ？よし、決めた。誰が行きたい？日陰。はいよ。
And what does Homura herself have to say? Renegades or not, I've been thinking we need something to work toward, you know? Some kind of goal we can focus on. So there it is. Let's all become Kagura together. Right on. And with that, I shall end it here. So thank you all very much for watching. And ciao for now. Ciao for now.